Hello friends, as part of this video we are going to discuss about regular expression. Regular expression is the JavaScript feature from ES1, and we know ES1 is came from in ES1 is came in 1997. So since that time we have regular expression, but it is difficult to understand. And uh, and so let's get started directly. So in this reactive forum, Angular reactive forum, we have this name field, email field, and mobile number field. Currently I have applied the regular expression on the name field only, and we will be using 4 regular expression pattern to achieve this functionality. First functionality I have implemented, length should be more than 3 char. So 3 or 3 char. So if you can see, currently it is 3 char, so that error is gone away, but we have this error. At least 3 to 30 character is required. We can enhance this message later, no need to worry about this. And when we type 4 character, and that error is gone away, and when we type any special character, then also we will be displaying this error based on the regular expression. And when we type any 1 2 3 means number, then also we are displaying this error. And space is allowed from our expression, so we are not displaying this error, but we can restrict if we want to get the name in different fields, like first name and then last name, then middle name, like this. Then we have to restrict space also, but currently I will not restrict. So let's get started. So currently, if you will see on this application, I will type test, and this is just a required field. So you can see here my forum pattern. This create forum I am calling from ng on init, and this is just an instance variable and type of form group. So this is going to communicate to our forum as a forum group input that will be taken care by the Angular. So once we do this, we will be defining this create user forum using the form builder. And since we are not focusing much on the Angular part, so let's not worry about. I am expecting we know already this part. And then we will be defining control here, and then validators dot required is available on all the field. And there is one extra pattern that we have on the create user form name field. Okay, so this, if you will see, this is now satisfied. Since it is required, this is satisfied, and this is there is no error. It means our form should give us a true value for the form validity. So this form validity is just nothing. On submit, I am printing user form is valid or not, and this identity for that form validity, and this is the value of the form. So we submitted test a this value, and our form is true now, valid, but true means valid, correct. We are checking here valid. And after that, when we put any error here, for example, I will say 2 word currently, so it will false, it will throw that error. And then if we say 2, then also it is false, and then because number is not allowed. So let's put again test. So before jumping into the JavaScript, before jumping into this Angular reactive forum, let's discuss about JavaScript regular expression. So as we know, our JavaScript regular expression is started with the // in between. Whatever we define, that will considered as a pattern. So, and after this we will be having modifiers like I, G, and M. So I means case insensitive operation we want to perform using this pattern, and G means globally we want to do that. So let's start our pattern here. So if you will see in this validator pattern I am using, I will copy this and we will discuss after that. So if you will see here, it between the bracket I have provided A to Z and small a to Z and capital A to Z and the space. It means whatever is available on this square bracket, that only is allowed. And if we will defining any curly braces, that is quantifiers, curly braces. So minimum and maximum quantifier is available. Minimum is needed 3, maximum is needed 30. What we needed? This our pattern. So now if we will test this, test our regular expression, and we say here by default value it's true, and when we pass the value of our string, let's say a, now our length is satisfied 3 and this validation got passed, so true. Now if we pass 2 here, it will say still true, but we are saying don't allow the number based on the pattern. So but if you will type the same thing on this here, this will say form validity false. It is here without means same pattern is working, but in the JavaScript pattern it is not working. So what is my assumption here is Angular is by default taking care starting of the line. Caret means start from starting of the line, and dollar means up to the end of the line. So this will be automatically taken care by the Angular. If we will apply the same thing here on our pattern, then we will also able to see that error dollar caret and dollar. Now you can see 2 is not getting allowed. So whenever we are using JavaScript, then we need to make sure we are using this caret. If we want to check from beginning up to end, dollar means up to end, and so now this thing is clear, right? So here also I have fixed that, but Angular taking care for us this dollar and caret and dollar for us. So that's why I wanted to show that, but I want to make as a JavaScript only. Okay, so now what does it means we want to allow this A to Z and small a to Z, capital A to Z, and space only we want to allow, and length from 3 to 30. But now how we will validate user put the number, whether user put the special character or the length. So those check I'm doing manually, since we are focusing on the pattern, regular expression pattern. So I have manually added here pattern, but same thing can be done in many way. So you can use another way, but let's talk about how we will use that through the pattern. So if you will see here, this function is checking if there is a special character is exist, and I am using this pattern. So let's copy this pattern and go to our console. And if you will see, I have provided some special character one by one, but before minus character I have provided this backslash, and I have not provided all the pattern here, like all the special character, but you can see most of the characters are there. So I would suggest we can search in the Google and copy all the pattern. So if you will but if you will put here caret means from starting of the line and end of the line, so what it will expect, it needed this pattern from the starting of the line and end up to the line, but we don't want to do that. What we want to do, that we want to check in whole string if this character is available or not. So I will pass here, for example, I will pass test dollar. It is getting passed, right? We want, so that we get to know current string is having the dollar. Same if you will pass here, then our validation will get failed, because we have already said into this our regular pattern. So this pattern will be taking care everything, but how we will this will just return true, but we want to display each error, what is the error on that, right? So that we have to check each and every right, each and everything on that string. So based on that we find string is exists, and if you will see currently this saying special character is not allowed. So how it is saying, based on this function I am able to recognize they have a special character, and the length is checked, there is no regular pattern, simple we can use the length functionality. And then is numeric. Similarly for numeric also I will copy this pattern and go to here onto our browser, and if you will pass here caret means starting from beginning, dollar means end of the up to the string. And if we will pass here for example we don't want everything as number, right? We just want to check if our string contains 0 to 9 number or not. So for example test 1 2 3, 3 is enough, right? So 3 is contained, so this pattern got succeeded, so that we will be aware it is containing the number also, right? Two thing is there. Okay, so that's why we are just recognizing is numeric, number is present, is a special character is present, and basically in this we have focused only the this pattern, and this pattern will return true and false to the forum. But we also want to see what is the error, so that we have created three different pattern to recognize that. So I hope guys you will like this video.